It's beautiful. Warriors of Chaos versus their Chaos brethren in the Slaanesh. Y'all caught it? That's the prince out there. Let's look at what I got. Chaos Sorcerer, Metal. Final Transmutation. If you guys want to sit back, see how I deal with this little bastard known as Sigvald. And Sigvald I've been calling such a... He's a bastard. He just does not die. He's a tough one. He will push you off objectives. But I've been playing online, seeing how people have been... If you ever play the ladder, you'll know. Everyone just brings their fat, sloppy builds and lays them on the table. Either you play a campaign player, or you're playing the guy who sweats every freaking day, who can't seem to like to lose, who bring every broken build he can. You know who you are. It's okay. It's okay. Anyways, here we go. And I used to think Slaanesh was top end for Chaos, but after all this new DLC and all the broken stuff that's going on, it's nuts. I brought everything I knew I needed to deal with Slaanesh. Chaos Knights will handily beat any Slaanesh Cav units. Speaking of Slaanesh Cav, Marauder Horsemen coming in. And those Chaos Knights will have a nice little time with them. Hellstriders and Dogs. Easy. Counterplay right away. Oh, and more Hellstriders. Not gonna cut it, Chief. Not gonna cut it. We got magic attacks. All that physical resistance ain't gonna mean shit. And already we're going through most of them. I believe they have 53 melee defense, the Chaos Knights in general. And then you add magic attacks on top of that, plus poison. Armor piercing from my Marauders with great weapons. And yeah, it's a recipe for getting your shit rocked. I used to be so afraid of Slaanesh. Now it's how the turn tides have turned. Oh man. Yeah, it's just wild how meta can change in just a month or so. I really think... So now, after reassessment, bottom tier is Khorne. Slaanesh is right behind it. Tzeentch is actually on top, and Nurgle... Well, Nurgle and Tzeentch are kind of in the middle right now. Ever since the Vortex Beast, and you'll see why the Vortex Beast is putting Tzeentch on top. Because, man, it is just gross how strong it is. This thing is definitely going to get a nerf. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up 400 value. Because it's going to bully a lot of units. Like, melee factions have almost no chance against the Vortex Beast. Nurgle can deal with it because if you go Tzeentch, Nurgle can deal with it because they bring the Plague Drones. You could bring... What are those? Oh, those! Furies! Speaking of Furies, they're right in the back of my Tzeentch units, but we're going to eat those up real quick. You could bring Furies to deal with Plague Drones, but you're just wasting value. You could try Screamers, but the drones are just too fast, honestly. Well, no, not necessarily. No, yeah, you could bring Screamers. Yeah, Tzeentch still has it on top. It's so rough. And yeah, I've noticed while trying to play recently is that the meta has really shifted towards just cheap melee builds. Cheap. Unless you're bringing a broken lord, just bring all cheap. Speaking of broken, Final Transmutation is destroying Sigvald and these units. I mean, this on top of the Vortex Beast, like, they stand no chance. Look at that. We cut Sigvald in half. His devoted Marauders are all gone. We took out damn near 3 units like that. Like that. Lickety split. I am just speechless. Well, not that speechless. It's happened to me. I've seen Final Transmutation take out all sorts of Legendary Lords now. So yeah, if you're having trouble with... like, there's no reason to bring a Legendary Lord anymore, unless they're... Yeah. Because Final Transmutation will just chew through. It is so busted. Hey, oh, man. And Sigvald's supposed to be damn near unkillable, and we're just laughing at him right now. We're just watching him cry. More Seekers in behind, and here comes the Vortex Beast, my baby. Probably my favorite unit that came out of the DLC, honestly. And it definitely, it's not the most broken thing, it's definitely gonna get a nerf, but besides other units, I think they're going to need more precedented nerfs like Zangors, Onyx Crowmen. I think those are going to definitely need nerfs before anything else. But yeah. I mean, you can't bring... I say it's broken. It's just tough against melee factions. But if you bring in plenty of missiles, the Vortex Beast doesn't last more than 10 seconds. It's just too big. So I say it's broken, but it can't really do much else. I mean, if he would have brought a Soul Grinder, this thing would have had a hard time fighting. And here goes another final. Look at that. We're dropping that healing cap. Sigvald's having a hard time just staying. He's just getting bullied. Look at that. He dropped 1,008. Look, not even 1,008 more. He's dead. So dead. Sigvald is just mush. He went down 2,000. And I overcasted that final transmutation, so 16 seconds of 100 to almost 200 or 66 to 131 damage a second on top of the Vortex Beast. Yeah, we're gonna watch this boy disappear. It's so good now. It's nuts. And yup, goodbye Sigvald. He is done. He's gonna die before anything else happens. He's gonna die off screen, but just so you know, he's super dead. Trying to get rid of these Chosen right now. Bring in bombardments. Plenty damage there. Chosen will go. I think he only brought 2 Chosen, so it's really going to be a lot of cleaning up. As long as I have the Vortex Beast and my Lord, we should be fine. All he's got left are the 2 Chosen. He's bringing in some nasty units. Those ROR Demonettes, Exalted Demonettes. I bring in Dragon Ogres to just clean up any of his cav units he's trying to bring in. And the Vortex Beast will clean up those ROR Demonettes. And he'll do it real nice. Yeah, magic attacks, so physical resistance is off the table. It's just so brutal. And this is what Zeech needed, but I mean, it put him over the top, which makes you think the new DLC coming out for the other demon monogod factions is so necessary right now. Need to be able to deal with a lot of these missile factions, because man, melee factions are really struggling, honestly. I actually feel really bad for the Slaanesh player, because, oh man, like, what can you do? I guess 2 Soul Grinders would have been fine, but yeah, 2 Soul Grinders with Sigvald. I've seen it happen. It's worked before. You could rampage the, what is it, the Vortex Beast and get it that way. But then that leaves, like, why would I throw my Vortex Beast away? That's the problem. I would eventually wait for Dragon Ogres and then send them in, or at least try to hunt down the Lord. And I'd have to I mean, I'd force my opponent to try to take his own home objective. Otherwise, if he doesn't, he's in this position now. I mean, it's still pretty close, but I think, yeah, 2 Soul Grinders would have been the way to go. At least to try to deal with the Vortex Beast. But then you have, yeah, it's got magic attacks. It's got that nasty final transmutation with my Lord, so you got, it's just not, it's a tough one. And it really favors me at the moment. Oh man, that Vortex Beast is just a, it is what it says, it's a beast. But me, I could easily lose it, and I could lose my Lord anytime soon if I'm not careful. And the leadership's already wavering. We got trolls coming in. The Vortex is cleaning up any mess. Yeah, we should have this, hopefully. Hopefully, I say. Barely up in value. We got 7 more units. My opponents, here come the Zangor, come reeling in those 4 Marauders. Goodbye, Marauders. Isn't it beautiful, folks? I remember a time when Slaanesh was just top dog, and now 1 DLC later, everything just flips. Ugh, that's a nasty army ability. I think that's an army ability. I don't know. I only played Slaanesh like twice, and I don't know if I'll be playing them anymore until new DLC makes them OP again. That's how it works, right? CA is like, you know what, here's some DLC, you'll be good for the next 2 to 3 months, and then we'll fix you. And here I go. Oh, my opponent almost got me. Almost. Well, he actually might. Boy's only at 74 speed right now. Versus the 110 Furies. Get him. Yeah, I'm still surprised how easy it was to just destroy Sigvald. So yeah, for anyone running Sigvald or anyone having trouble with Sigvald, Final Transmutation, it melts him. You have it with the Vortex Beast, it's gone. No problem. No Sigvald. You do fight a Vortex Beast. Plenty of missiles and plenty of anti-large monsters. That's how you deal with this monster. It's got, what, 30 melee defense? So you'll probably trade a lot better into it. I mean, it's still going to put up a fight, but I think you'll end up lasting longer than it. And yeah, I get these Furies for free, basically. Furies really need a buff, honestly. They're just... Comparing them to, like, Onyx Crowman, I've thrown so many Furies at Onyx Crowman, it's insane how easy Onyx Crowman just destroy Furies. It's nuts. Just the fact that I have so many models and do so much damage should drop them down to 20 damage. They shouldn't be doing that much, especially with that charge bonus. Anyways, enough of my complaining. Looking at this value, Sorcerer Lord paid for himself. The Beast was a beast. None of my great weapons really paid for themselves. Any of them, really. Well, except for those 2 Marauders. They were probably catching those those cav units out in the open. And I was happy with that. And Zeech, those Chaos Knights, beautiful. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like, sub. Help me grow this channel. We're almost at 500. Once we hit 500, we could start really pumping out more videos. Hopefully I'll have more time to do them. If you enjoy them. If you don't enjoy them, then I hope you enjoyed the next ones. Please like them, though. Alright, with all that said, y'all have a good one. Peace, and goodbye for now.